Welcome to Yed's History, where we bring the most powerful moments from the past to life. Dive in, explore, and discover the stories that shaped our world. Let's make history unforgettable. Bale Elementary School. It's a name that, before the event, probably wouldn't have meant much to anyone outside of Little Rock, Arkansas. It was just a school, a one-story brick building with long hallways that smelled of chalk dust and floor wax. Kids would run down these halls, their sneakers squeaking on the linoleum. Teachers would stand in doorways, ushering them into classrooms filled with colorful posters and mismatched chairs. It was a place of learning, of scraped knees on the playground, of friendships forged over shared crayons and whispered secrets. It was, in every sense of the word, ordinary. A place where the biggest drama of the day might be a pop quiz in math or a surprise dessert in the cafeteria. It was a cornerstone of the community, a predictable and safe space for hundreds of children. Think about your own elementary school. The memories are probably a jumble of small, seemingly insignificant moments. The feel of the monkey bars, the sound of the bell signaling recess, the specific way the sunlight hit the dust motes dancing in the air of your third-grade classroom. That was Bale Elementary. It was the backdrop for countless childhoods, a place that held the collective memory of a community growing up. Parents dropped their kids off at the curb each morning with a quick kiss and a "have a good day." They trusted the school. They trusted the teachers. They trusted that this building, this institution, was a sanctuary from the complexities and dangers of the outside world. It was a promise, unspoken but understood, that their children would be safe here. The school was built in the 1950s, a product of that post-war optimism. It had seen generations of students pass through its doors. Grandparents who attended Bale now watched their own grandchildren walk the same hallways. There was a rhythm to life at the school, a comforting predictability that synced with the seasons. Fall meant homecoming parades and pumpkin carving contests. Winter brought holiday pageants and the hope of a snow day. Spring was field day, the smell of freshly cut grass, and the restless energy of summer approaching. It was a cycle year after year, a constant in the lives of the families it served, a place defined by its normality. But that's the thing about stories like this one. They always begin in the ordinary. The horror doesn't announce itself. It creeps in, unnoticed, under the cover of a perfectly normal day. On September 15, 1959, the sun rose over Little Rock just as it always did. Parents got their children ready for school. Breakfast was eaten, teeth were brushed, backpacks were slung over shoulders. The yellow school buses made their familiar routes, picking up students who were likely more concerned with seeing their friends than with the day's lessons. It was just another Tuesday. No one at Bale Elementary had any reason to believe that this day would be violently, irrevocably different from all the days that had come before it. The morning of September 15th unfolded with its usual rhythm. Students settled into their classrooms. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited, a chorus of young voices echoing through the school. Attendance was taken. In Mrs. Eloise Strange's fifth-grade class, the students were likely getting out their books, the rustle of paper filling the room. It was 8:25 a.m. The school day was just beginning. Outside, the world was moving along as it should. Traffic flowed on the nearby streets. Businesses opened. The machinery of daily life was in full swing, completely oblivious to the fact that a terrible countdown had already begun, its final seconds ticking away inside the school itself. This was 1959. It's important to remember the context. Little Rock was a city still raw from the school integration crisis just 2 years prior. The Little Rock Nine had integrated Central High School under the escort of federal troops, an event that had put the city on the world stage. Tensions were high. The air was thick with political conflict, segregationist anger, and the struggle for civil rights. Governor Orville Faubus had even closed all of Little Rock's public high schools for the 1958-59 school year to prevent further integration, an event known as the Lost Year. The city was a powder keg of social and racial animosity, but Bale